So a guy
It's a
asked me
fucking
about
Wild Wild West, dude.
yeah,
man.
it is. So a guy asked me yesterday.
It's us against them. Just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, he said, "How do you know that the bartender's not gonna steal from you?" And I'm like, "Man, you gotta either know him really well or just be keeping a fucking eye. You know what I mean? You just gotta pay
The
attention."
truth is you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know,
And
but
you
that's
gotta
where
pay
it's so
attention, though.
important when you're hiring to go through
Yeah.
the process. Like,
Yeah.
I think it is. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of bars
100%.
out there who really, they're kind of like, oh, that's a cute face. Oh, they have 1 or 2 bars in their, repertoire. Cool, we'll hire them.
Right.
Get to
Yeah.
fucking know them. Like,
Yeah.
talk to their friends. You know what I mean? Like, really do your due diligence and get that background check. Because there are a lot of honest bartenders out there.
Yeah, there
I
are.
consider myself incredibly honest. I
Yes.
really do. Like,
Yeah.
like people come in and they're like, Steve, I love you, but I'm probably going to go visit someone else because you never give me anything. I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's-
sorry.
yeah.
Like, I'm ringing the shit in.
It's not
my Yeah.
Like, that's not my job.
I'm not here.
I'm
not-
giving entertainment and my personality and charisma.
Right.
That is what I'm selling you on. I'm not trying to get you a free
Want me to
fucking
buy
drink.
you? Want me to buy you
Yeah.
a beer? Fucking.
I'll be your
find
friend
me
when I-
at the bar after when we get off.
Exactly
Exactly,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I'll be
Yeah.
your friend outside of my job. You know what I mean?
It's
I'm
like a
not-
cheap date.
This isn't my house.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you're only seeing me for that reason, go fuck yourself.
It's a
Yeah.
cheap date. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not here to see my smile and my conversation,
Yeah,
And
you're
then
trying to
enjoy,
get a hookup.
enjoy the space, you know what I'm saying? Then don't. And I get it, you know? And I think we touched on this before, but like that culture, you know what I mean, of giving away drinks
Yeah, it's no good.
is like it's a really weird slippery slope,
It is.
you know?
You start, and all of a sudden,
You
you're
start it. Well,
slipping
somebody
and
does it to
sliding.
you,
Right.
And then you are like, you feel obligated
I
to do
gotta
it back to
hook this guy
them,
up.
and
Yeah.
that person feels obligated, and before you know it, like you got your whole community just giving away fucking drinks. You know what I mean? And
And all the cash is moved around in tip money.
That's it.
I think you nailed that right on the head, Chris.
Basic.
It is a slippery slope. And
Yeah.
when I train new people, I'm just like we've touched on this, but I'm just like, you don't want to be that bar.
Just don't fucking do it.
Because you may give out 1 Bud Light, but then the next shift it might be 2. And then 3, and then it just fucking keeps going and building up and
promise you-
snowballs.
Sounds like
There's
addiction.
Yeah, no, but like,
It's
but
addiction,
real
right?
talk, because
no-
like you might get a little
Shit,
extra
it does,
tip on
yeah,
it.
in a way.
So then you're like, oh, this is how I'm relying on my money. I need to keep giving free shit because he's going to give me a $20 tip. No, don't fucking do that.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it
Then you
does
have
not
cheap
work that way.
assholes in your bar instead of people who pay.
Oh God.
And exactly right. Now you are designing a different clientele.
Well, I mean, and then
Harpoon Larry's.
imagine,
No, plug in.
imagine the moment. Imagine the moment where you do
Sorry.
that. No, it's all good. Imagine the moment where you do that, and then that person that's like, yo, like I got you, bro, I got you, and you're like, oh, word, like you got me, like I trust it, man, you got me, right? Like, you fucking got me.
Yeah.
And then they go to tip
the
you,
wink
and they
thing.
don't got you.
No,
Right.
They don't
You know
got
what I'm
it.
saying?
I don't care if you.
Like I put my job on the line for
yeah.
this, bro.
Right.
Like that's what you wanted to do.
Well, I think there's like
Fucking
a.
right.
I think this is that like so. I like how what Josh talks about baby bartenders. You know what I mean? Well, and then maybe they never grow up. You know what I mean? But there's these bartenders that they're trying to get this. Get acknowledged or get
Yeah.
some sort of fame, where
Right.
they're at. Maybe they're new and they go like, well, maybe if I just hook these people up, I'll be cool. You know what I mean? But
Right.
they're looking for this,
Acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance.
Oh,
And
that
so-
was
Jinx.
so
Yeah,
insane.
What do you guys
Coke,
with each other?
yeah, Coke, yeah.
Hey.
But that's what it is. And then I think sometimes and people in general, they just can never find it. And then so they just keep giving and they keep giving and looking for that acceptance, but
Yeah.
it never ends.
I think the fastest way to get accepted is just be a badass bartender
100%.
and make
Uh-huh.
everyone work less.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's how you change the game when you show up. You make
Yep.
everyone do less, and they're like, well, who is this guy?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right.
Yeah.
This guy, I'd like to work with him next time. When the hell is he working next?
Great,
Yeah.
great attitude, great speed. Just honestly a triple threat. Great look, great attitude, great speed. Like that's game over.
Game
Three
over.
tool player.
So on that note, so with Executive Beverage and having the network situation, so you're not with these people all the time.
Right.
They're basically like mercenaries. Like they're
Totally.
like they're
militia.
I'm sorry, I just like to think about it that way. Like getting flown in on a plane.
They're
like,
militia.
They got their backpack on. Like, what's the job?
great.
What's the job,
I can
Captain?
see
What's
some
the
like,
job,
slow
Captain?
motion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
slow-mo like handshakes like
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah. So was somebody just
Some cheesy
crushing-
80s music.
just crushing a 10?
So everyone gets a walkie-talkie and a wire and black sunglasses. So.
Yeah.
I can see some like spec op shit going.
Yeah.
Like, hop
Gilligan's
off the
down.
back.
Gilligan's down.
What's the job, Captain? But so on that same note, but because you're not around them all the time, and then what do you do? Or a couple things. So what do you do to vet these people before they come into your company and represent your company? And then 2, it has to have happened. What are some cases where, or maybe it didn't happen, hopefully it didn't, but what are some cases where you did vet them, but it just turned out that they get a Tony Award for their interview, and they really are pieces of shit, and they should have never been there. You know what I mean?
This is a good one. This is cool. So yeah, Executive Beverage definitely cares about who's in your home and everything. And we do our best to first we find the people that we feel comfortable with. A lot of the being a smaller company at first, face-to-face interaction was key, and just a judge of character and getting to know people. And our family of bartenders was pretty much people that I knew because I was a beverage manager. I knew everyone at the beach. I still do. Right. I know a lot of beverage managers. Chris has run a lot of spots here at the beach. We're very well networked, so it's never been an issue of who I knew. But eventually we started to need more because we have events that we need 30 bartenders for one event.
Right.
So at that point we have networking events, and I hold something at a hotel or some venue, and I go and I'd like to meet you face to face and get a good idea of who you are and what you're about, and fill out a brief kind of questionnaire, and we do a 2-interview process. And currently we don't do background checks because we're a little smaller, but as we scale we'll definitely initiate those just to make sure when we're in different places that we keep people safe.
Yeah like you said, if you have people come into their homes and stuff like that, that's a huge risk factor.
And I have, like you said, I actually had someone who I vetted. We'll call him Mike. And so Mike was, came to did the Tony. He got it. He should have gotten an Emmy because he crushed it.
Yeah.
And he was the bartender of the year. Worked at all these restaurants and named him right off the bat. And,
right.
I must confess, I only checked one of the spots, so he could have lied about all of them for all I know. But he showed up and was really just so bad. But the kicker is, he was doing a tailgate. And he thought it was okay to smoke like next to where he was bartending this tailgating event under a tent. And then he literally had, a customer comes up drunk, or not a customer, but like guests. And, you have to tell the bartenders, look, you're not in a restaurant, so it's easy to do stuff that's less than professional. And people will ask you, they'd ask you, Steven, take your shirt off, please. And you'd be like, you take your shirt off. I'm going to be like, Steven, you can't freaking do that. You have to act like a professional.
Look at all the panties on the bar now, man. Come on. You can't do that. How you going to make a drink?
They're representing the company.
Right. So this guy's going out into the front here doing backflips and stuff. And he's in uniform doing backflips in the front there with the guests, and they're looking at him like he's a sloppy mess. And it just so it was that one of those situations. He ended up drinking on the job, but we had to let him go, and because it's so easy, to drink in that environment and just pour yourself a drink.
Get caught up in the moment with the and they're all having a good time. They want you to be involved, but you can't. That's the same with like us behind the bar.
But we'll give you a whistle and let you blow it and do like the Senor Frogs, like.
Sure, yeah.
And just go nuts and,
and
have a great time, but
you
gotta be a professional still.
Well, there's a line. You know what I mean? You can be professional and have fun.
Yeah. So he was fun. Mike was a good time. Mike built some character.
But also, I feel like
I hope he's found a stage somewhere.
But with how much experience that we all have bartending and how many people we've trained, like you can kind of tell within a week or two if they're gonna last or not.
If they've really got it.
If they've got it. And especially like for you interviewing, like I think that's great. 2-interview process. I think that's awesome.
It's either on the phone or in person, but it's always 2. And, I make sure that you're taking care of yourself first before I even give you a chance to take care of our business and our customers. So that's a big part of what we do. But, it's a whole lot of fun out there. I really want all 3 of you guys. Go ahead, scroll to the bottom of it, execbeverage.com. Plug in.
Like I said, I'm looking for that 150-foot yacht.
Well, let's go.
We'll be working that at some point. Let's do it.
I just want to
Passing the bar yacht party.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And like yacht or like multiple pontoon boats.
We could tie them together and make a 140-foot something.
We
could.
Yes,
somebody's grilling. Somebody's grilling. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's grilling.
One pontoon's the grill boat. This one's the bar boat.
DJ.
This one's the dance floor boat.
Fuck it. Let's just tie up and just go for it.
Potty break boat. Put 2 porta potties on the pontoon.
White Claw boat.
Yeah, White Claw. Holy smokes, White Claw.
Yeah, White Claw, if you want to send us a boat, we will.
I think we're going to have to, we have like a crush menu, a mojito menu, frozen drink menu, martini list. White Claw menu, and then we give that to you. You can have White Claw cocktails at your house.
Well, that's totally a thing now. Everyone's like, "Hey, can I get a mango White Claw? Can you add a shot of vodka in there?
Can I get a mango cocktail?
We're gonna go Truly.
Fuck Truly.
Truly spritzer.
Stay with White Claw.
That's right.
White Claw till the day I die.
That's right.
White Claw for life.
I got a question for Dennis.
Go for it.
So so you've been doing really well. Opened in 2016. Sounds like you have a great thing going. Where do you see it 3, 4, maybe 5 years from now?
Good question. So yeah, right now we're operating in Hampton Roads, and that's the main market we're in. And 3-4 years from now, we could have bartenders in other states that are in a position to franchise an executive beverage business in their own locality and start making money privately themselves, booking their own private events in their own cities.
Yeah.
So we're working on perfecting kind of everything we have here, the processes, the people, the products, and getting everything in place so that when that scalability takes place, we'll be able to franchise it and give bartenders across the country really an opportunity to be a business owner in their own city and state.
There's such a void too. I mean, we talk about LA and stuff like that. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, but middle America, this is something where you could fill the void tremendously.
I'm sure, yeah.
And then what you're doing right now, building that brand up, and then the confidence in that brand. Yeah, man, it could be huge. I mean, we could be sitting talking to like a multi-millionaire right now.
Hey, never know.
Yeah,
we're all sitting talking.
We're working. We're all working here, right? We're all working.
That's right.
What last little bit that I've got. So I've seen you on the news channel. You're there quite often. I don't remember the ladies' names.
Are you talking about Miss April and Cheryl? Beautiful Miss April, beautiful Miss Cheryl. Shout out, ladies.
Shout out, ladies. And they are from from WTKR.
WTKR News Channel 3.
WTKR News Channel 3.
In Hampton Roads.
In the Hampton Roads. And then you also when seasons are coming up, they reach out to you.
That's right. Yeah.
About seasonal cocktails.
Yeah, they want to know what the trends are. What's going on.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Cocktails, so we have an opportunity to, normally, I don't know what it is, but bartenders like to be on stage only behind the bar. When I'm like, hey, you want to be on stage and make your amazing cocktail that you showed me the other day? They're like, no.
Yeah.
Can you make it? The lights are bright. And I'm like, you crush it behind the bar. Yeah. You are you are on stage. And then I put you on stage and you're like,
bright lights, the cameras.
They're in their fish tank, man. You know what I mean? That's home.
Yeah.
That
a lot of people, that is their comfort zone.
Yes, you are boss hog back there. And I think we all know that feeling that you get elevated to when you step behind the bar. You're just in control, right?
You're in somebody else's house in that situation.
Or how many times are you you're normally scheduled, let's say 9 out of 10 shifts you're at this bar. Then that one shift you're at a different bar and you're fuck. This is not my home. Where am I right now? What do we
Where
even
do you
serve?
keep the vodka? Discombobulated.
What's our well liquor? I don't even know anymore.
Everything is bullshit.
Everything is bullshit.
Bumping into shit. Yeah. No, the news has been fun. They've been very good to us, and every season they want to know what people are drinking at home and how we can, because a lot of their viewers are sitting at home, so they want to get recipes that they can do at home, and we give them the opportunity to make the orange crush and fresh press stuff. We teach them all of that and make it really simple, put it into layman's terms, and make it so they could just whip those up at home. Pretty fun.
Love it. Speaking of news, do you have any in the news?
Yeah, so I think I just want to say, that you won't hear this for 4 weeks or so, but just want to say, just that our hearts are out to the people of Ohio and Dayton, Ohio, and what happened the other day. We had a gunman come into a bar, just started indiscriminately shooting people, which is a terrible thing. And I'm not gonna go into the politics behind it all. I just want to say that I'm sorry this happened. And then, my heart's out to those people, and that's all.
Same thing with El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, El Paso, Texas as well.
I think I really won't get into it as much as I would like to, but I will tell you that the Las Vegas concert, the festival shooting, I had friends that were there, and I remember being at my shop, fucking off with some 3D printing, and I saw somebody like post something, you know, and like I like FaceTime her, and I was like, and it took me there right then in that moment with her, with the tragedy